you must go to work. They defied that court order. They defied the court order and stayed away from work. Doctors and nurses were prepared to abandon patients in the hospital to die and to suffer. Yet they have code of ethics, and you think anyone who wants to be a doctor or nurse wanted to take up that profession to help people, but they'd be prepared to walk out and leave people suffering in their hospital beds. Why would they do that? We saw school children going on the rampage and destroying property and throwing stones at the police. Why would they do things like that? Why was the strike lengthened beyond the 10 to 14 days? Why? I'll tell you why. Because we have these opportunistic politicians in the opposition. For them, this was like a gift from God, this strike. Thinking that here's an opportunity to try to get support that we normally cannot get at an election. And they started inciting and encouraging the unions and public officers not to go to work, to continue going on strike, to go into the schools and get children to misbehave. This is what the opposition has been doing. And that's a fact. What I'm telling you is a fact. I know that for a fact. Because for them to try to do anything to destabilize the ruling party is a gift for them. And they don't want to lose the opportunity. That's why you'll be seeing them going around and addressing people, these strikers, at their assembly points. That's why you'll see them and hear them on the radios inciting violence and disorder and lawlessness. And even in the coming weekend, I'm sure you will hear there'll be some of these opposition leaders trying to continue to incite violence and lawlessness in this country. So you have to ask yourself, Jorge, at the end of the day, who does Botswana belong to? Who are they trying to punish? Do they think Botswana belongs to me, or does it belong to my ministers or BDP? This country belongs to all of us, because there's going to be a tomorrow. And whatever we do today, we should make sure we do not damage our future for tomorrow. This issue of the strike can only be resolved through negotiations and understanding of the status of our economy. And if people want to run around and destroy public facilities, we are not going to replace them. We have taken a decision. We are not replacing anything that is damaged. Because what we have provided with public funds to communities for their benefit. I guess they're always asking for more and more and more, and we try within our financial limitations to provide what we can. But we assume that when we provide a school there, those communities, the parents, teachers, the children, will look after them and benefit from them. But if they want to burn them down, if they want to break windows and break doors, really, it's extremely unfortunate if that happens, because really, as a government, we have played our role in providing the facility. And if there's some Botswana out there who wants to behave like that, then they'll have to see how they get out of it. But we cannot replace a classroom which has been burned down when there are other people in the rest of society who are asking for more classrooms. So why should we spend our precious money on replacing a classroom instead of giving it to someone who doesn't have a classroom? So we will not be doing that. So we really urge all our citizens, we urge all the parents in particular, that they must also take responsibility and be able to tell right from wrong. that we are all in this together. It will come out. We will come out of it. There are some inconveniences, I know, for yourself in the business sector, but you too should take up your responsibility of also speaking. Because Rona Haribua, they say, well, it's obvious, what else would you expect them to say? But the bottom line is that we cannot give them what they want because we have got nothing to give. When I was talking about some of the damage, you see, when people don't get what they want, it's very unfortunate for them then to become so frustrated they're prepared to cause harm. But I just want to give you 2 examples, which you, I'm sure, may have heard about. Was that when our department or entities responsible for immigration and customs did not go on strike and our borders remained open, you would appreciate that South Africa is our biggest trading partner. When the unions here realized that our people were going to continue operating at the border, they tried to approach unions across the border to try and get their people not to come on duty at the borders, so that way they would shut the borders. And can you imagine what damage that would have done? And you say to yourself, how can anybody, if you're a patriot, if you're a Botswana, want to see your country damaged to that extent just because you want some more money? When the foot and mouth disease, when the outbreak came, and we deployed government people to go and fight the disease and bring it under control, the unions, some of them, tried to send their people to go and talk to those workers who were deployed there, not to go and help fight the disease. And you can imagine, if foot and mouth broke out in the whole of this country, it would kill the beef industry as we know it today. And all the people who rely on cattle would have been affected. And you just say, again, you have to ask yourself, why would people do this? And it comes back to those that I've blamed for incitement, who are the ones trying to do this. And tomorrow, they are the ones who want to be able to lead this country and say that they are responsible. It is totally irresponsible.